WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A partly sunny good morning to you. Got a little bit of a haze out there as I look out the window behind me. Jonathan Dent sitting in for Terry Henne on this Friday morning. Terry's feeling a little bit under the weather, but he should be back in shape for next week. For now, we'll get through this Friday morning. A little bit cooler than, well, a little bit warmer than what we had yesterday, but a little bit cooler than what we've been dealing with for the most part this week. We are looking at clouds to stick around pretty much for the foreseeable future here in one way or another, and a couple chances for more rain coming up today and on through the weekend. Yesterday, out at the airport, there was just trace amounts of precipitation, only a high of 79 degrees yesterday, so just about average for this time of year, well below what we saw earlier in the week, which was a welcome reprieve for many. I know I opened up the windows at my house yesterday. Last night we made it down to 66 degrees for a low, still above what we normally see. Right now, though, out at the airport, Matthew, what are we looking at?
Currently, over at the airport, it's sunny at 76. Over in Midland, it's mostly sunny at 79. Here at Radio Center, it's sunny at 76. We have southwest winds at 5 miles per hour, and our pressure's at 30.22, and it's falling.
I was about to correct you. I had the wrong temperature marked here. Yes, 76. Our relative humidity right now at 83, so it still is a little bit humid out there. We're looking at a chance for more humidity as we see more moisture moving in throughout the weekend. Today, warming up a little bit more than what we got yesterday. We will break that 80-degree mark. Don't expect to make it up to 90 on the thermometer. 85 for a high today, but with that continuing humidity that we're working with, it will feel like the low 90s out there. Not too much of a breeze to work with either here today. Right now we're looking at calm winds to a slight southwest wind, but nothing too much. Very light winds turning northwesterly as we move on into the evening. There is a good possibility for some precipitation as we move through the afternoon here today. Nothing too organized, but we'll have some of those scattered showers and thunderstorm activity around the region between a few breaks of sunshine. That precipitation should let up a little bit as we move on into the overnight hours, but it won't go away completely. Still some scattered shower activity, looking at a low of 70 tonight and moving into tomorrow morning. We'll start out partly cloudy tomorrow, see more clouds move in, giving us more of a chance to see more precipitation, driving up that humidity. That, combined with a high reaching up into that 90-degree mark again, should make for a pretty sticky day. But we'll have a bit of a breeze out of the southwest, gusting up to 30 miles per hour at times, so a little bit more than just a bit of a breeze. Heat index tomorrow could feel like the mid to upper 90s, so definitely a day to stay hydrated and try and stay cool. Tomorrow night brings a likelihood of thunderstorms, not uncommon for this kind of summer weather. Those southwest winds stay gusty as we drop down to 70 once again overnight tomorrow night. Sunday starts out mostly cloudy, then those clouds should clear up for the most part for the rest of the day, and then that overnight rain and those winds shifting to be more westerly will help us return to more normal temperatures with highs in the upper 70s. Can't rule out precipitation on Sunday, but any storms or showers will be scattered, as we've been seeing for the most part this week. Starting out the work week next Monday, we're expecting mostly sunny skies, highs once again in the low 80s. Pretty standard for this time of year. Tuesday, partly cloudy and more of a chance for some rain with highs back into the upper 80s, but we are looking to cool off into that 80-degree and mid-70s range midweek and late next week. The biggest thing we're looking at right now is tomorrow. It's going to be hot, humid, showers and storms moving in for the afternoon and overnight hours, so definitely something to be on the lookout for. Our long-range outlook, if you can believe it, takes us all the way to the 4th of July, well above average on the temperatures. Our average high for this time of year, 80 degrees, our average low, 59. We are also looking at above average precipitation moving into the beginning of July. Record high on this date, June 21st, was set in 1923, 95 degrees. So not unheard of here this last week. We didn't quite reach that high, and we're not going to reach that high here today. It was set in 1923, matched in 1988, and then just a couple years ago in 2022 as well. Our record low for June 21st, set in 1940, 39 degrees. That was tied again in 1992. Sun will set this evening at 9:21, rise tomorrow morning at 5:56. We'll take more of a look at that weather forecast as we move on through the broadcast, but coming up for our market report, who are we talking to today?
Today, we are going to talk to Gary Kaufman from Star of the West and Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
All of that's ahead, but first, the weather report today brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrien Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today.
Farm Service Today presented by ACH Seeds. At ACH Seeds, they take pride in pushing the limits. More sugar, better sugar. That's been the goal since day one, and their resources are here to help. Every decision they make is with sugar beet growers in mind. Working together, whether during seed variety selection or harvest, is why ACH Seeds exists, offering more than seed, producing more than sugar. On the line with us right now is Gary Kaufman from Star of the West. Gary, good morning.
Hey, good morning. How are we doing today?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Not too bad. Another negative day in corn and the wheat arena here, but soybeans turned positive after a negative morning here. But overall, just another tough week for the grains. For the week since last Friday's close, we're down about 48 cents on wheat, 12 on corn, and about 18 on soybeans as we sit here at the noon hour today.
Getting a little beat up this week. What's turning around the soy here at the end of the week?
Yeah, it's just, we continue to get good export sales demand on soy, even though China remains absent from soybean purchases for new crops, but there's rumors that they're looking for some August, September beans. And the soybean market for the most part are technically oversold, and, it was due for a bounce, and I think that's what we're just getting here today, where, as we look at the crop progress reports remain historically favorable for this time of the year. But I think we just got a little technical bounce in the beans today for sure. So,
are we looking forward to any big news, any big changes that might be coming up next week?
Monday we got the crop progress report. We could see corn ratings decline for the second straight week. Even though last week they were 72% good to excellent rating, which is historically high for as soil moisture reserves are holding with the heat that we're getting right now. We're getting some spotty rains here or there throughout the corn belt. On the soybeans, again, crop progress report remains historically favored. So we're going to watch those crop progress reports on Monday. Then next Friday, of course, we got the quarterly acreage and stocks report on the 28th. That's a big report, and we're going to see if there's any adjustments to the acreage on beans and corn, and we'll keep those acreage numbers in play until later on in the year here this fall. So,
all right, Gary, thank you. We'll keep an eye on that, and we'll talk to you next week.
Sounds good. Take care.
Gary Kaufman with Star of the West. Who's up next, Matthew?
Up next, we have Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
We'll be talking with Doug. The market report today brought to you by Thumb Bank and Trust, making agricultural loans since 1895. Farming today continues to offer challenges that are very demanding. Thumb Bank and Trust helps you stay up to date on industry trends and the trends of your operation. Thumb Bank and Trust, serving you with locations throughout the Thumb and the Great Lakes Bay region. Thumb Bank and Trust, where relationships are built on trust. Equal opportunity lender, member FDIC. Also, by Schaefer and Beerline. The Ram professional truck season is going on now at Schaefer and Beerline Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Frankenmuth. If you're in the market for a new Ram professional truck or Ram heavy-duty truck and you want to buy with confidence from a business-linked dealer that knows what customer satisfaction truly is, well, it's time to go to Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth, where family and service sells cars. Employee pricing for all on new Ram heavy-duty trucks in stock. Over to Oppenheimer we go, and we say good morning to Doug Klein. Doug, how are we doing?
Oh, we're doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are the markets looking?
They're kind of mixed today. I think they're getting tired, possibly. Nvidia finally did not hit a new high today, and some of the brokerage firms are saying, you better be careful on that one. It's a little bit inflated, you think. Home prices hit a record high in May, so that's kind of interesting. So we're all rich, and we just don't know it. As long as you own a house or have paid for a house, maybe that's the key. What else? Bitcoin is a little bit weak lately, and some of the brokerage firms are saying, you might better watch that one. It might be a little bit inflated. Government spending out of control, and some of the brokerage firms there are saying, you might want to watch that. It could cause a long-term recession. But anyway, those are all speculations. We'll find out what actually happens when it actually happens, I guess. So anyway, here's your numbers. July corn, 438.5, down a penny and a quarter. December corn, 456 3/4, unchanged. July soybeans, 1163 1/4, up 8 cents. November soybeans, 1121 1/4, up 4 1/2. The July wheat is 564 1/4, down 8 1/2, and December wheat 604 3/4, down a nickel. Crude oil just steady Eddie, 81.39, up 10 cents. Heating oil is 533.39, down a half a penny. Gasoline is 252.16, that's up 2 pennies. Natural gas is 282.80. That's down a penny. What are currencies? Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar buys $1.3711. That's up 24 ticks. The yen hit a new low, so the dollar buys 159.52 yen. That's up 62 ticks. And they're desperately going to need to do some intervening in their currency to get it strengthened. The euro is at 106.85. That's getting cheaper, down 15 ticks. And the dollar's at 105.89. That's up 31 ticks. Gold is, all the precious metals pretty much are negative today except for platinum. Gold is at 23.2740, down $30 an ounce. Silver's 29.67, that's down $1.14. That's a big swing. Platinum's at 993.50, up $9, and copper's at 442.90. That's down a dime, and that's a pretty good swing too. So,
now I see the real reason why Terry took the day off. He just wanted to stick me with these reports.
It's your fault.
It's all my fault. Well, hopefully things turn around by the time he's back on Monday. Doug,
Okay,
thank you very much
sounds
for your
good.
time.
All right.
Doug Klein from Oppenheimer. Farm Service Today brought to you by the Michigan Wheat Program. Wheat growers, registration is now open for Michigan Wheat Program Summer Field Day. This year's event will be held June 25th at the MSU Saginaw Valley Research and Extension Center on Reese Road in Richville. Field Day starts at 8:15 with breakfast and includes research plots and variety trials. For more information and to register, go to miwheat.org. Up next, we'll be talking with Kim Weiss from Lingle Equipment, but first this.
This year, make your farm produce the highest yield ever. Give your soil and your plants the boost of a 1-2 punch with liquids from Dairy Dew.
Stabilize your nitrogen with Humic Blaster, a great companion to UAN28, a great source of natural carbon. Humic Blaster allows your soil to hold nutrients and water at the root zone, saving it for crop consumption.
Protect your crops with Dairy Dew's Kelpful by adding it to any foliar application. Like vitamin C is good for our immune system, Kelp boosts the ability of plants to resist disease and other stressors. Fulvic acid makes fertilizers more effective, unlocking their full potential. Dairy Dew's Liquid Kelpful has both.
Liquid amendments can also have a free ride over your fields when you combine them with your herbicide or fungicide application. No extra fuel, compaction, or time and labor.
Take care of your crops to produce the best yield ever with help from Dairy Dew. Learn how Dairy Dew liquids can make a difference on your farm. Call a soil health expert at Morgan Composting today or visit dairydew.com.
Healthy plants come from healthy soil. Healthy soil comes from Dairy Dew.
Farm Service is being brought to you by Freeland Bean and Grain. Getting ready for the planting season next year? It's not too early. All you got to do is give certified crop advisor Vic Hupfer a call at Freeland Bean and Grain. He's got the answers to any questions you might have. Freeland Bean and Grain. Since 1983, where serving you is their business.
On the line now, we've got Kim Weiss from Lingle Equipment. Kim, it's a hot one out there. A lot of guys trying to take the opportunity. Well, it's a little bit cooler, I guess, than it has been. Trying to take the opportunity to get some work done. What do you got for us today?
Well, Jonathan, out here, the sun is shining, so they might be scouting some fields for spraying. And the perfect vehicle is our Kubota RTV line. And I just wanted to go through what we have here in inventory. We've got an RTV X520 with a cab. That's a gas version with a hydro transmission with a cab on it for you, so you got heat in the wintertime. We've got 4 or 5 RTV 850s. They're the 40 mile per hour plus units. We've got two of them that are leftover 2023s, brand new, never been used, never been titled. They're great. I think we got a black one and an orange one in a 23, and then we have some 24s, a deluxe and a black sport just came in, loaded right up. It's a sweet looking machine. It's a silverish color. I can't emphasize enough. Come on in and see it. And then if you're looking for the workhorse, we have 3 of the new X2s, which was our prior model, the 900. That's a hydro transmission, hydraulic dump bed, power steering, worksite tires. We got 3 of them. We have some RTD 1100s, which is the cab version, 24 horse, so a little bigger engine, hydraulic dump bed there, a cab with air and heat. And then we have the long box 1130s. We have a couple of them. If you're looking for a utility vehicle, whether you're working with it on the farm or the ranch, or you're hauling hay bales, or you're hauling lumber or wood out of the woods, come on in and see us. We've got a vehicle here that's going to do the job for you, and I'll show them to you, and we can make it happen and have it out to your farm the same day or the next day. Come on in and see me. We're right alongside I-75, just south of the Zilwaukee Bridge, or send me an email or give me a phone call. Phone call is 989-754-7801, or send me an email at k.weiss@lingle1.com.
Sounds like you've got quite a selection there, Kim. Hoping people take advantage of it. Come and check it out. Thank you.
Yep. And hey, Jonathan, I just wanted to say, and I'm sure Terry is listening somewhere, that all of us here at Lingle Equipment want to congratulate him on 53 years behind the agricultural mic at WSDW. It's phenomenal. He puts him right up there with Warren Samuelson and Max Armstrong as a celebrity.
Absolutely. Thank you for not letting me forget that. I had a note somewhere to mention it, but I've got so many notes. So thank you very much. Congratulations to Terry. All right, Kim, you have a good one. We'll talk to you again.
You too.
All right, Kim Weiss from Lingle Equipment. Up next, we'll head over to Maple Hill Nursery, talk with Chuck Cervinsky after this.
The name of the game in farming is profit. And if you want to put more profit into farming, get the help and seasoned sound advice you need from the pros at Star of the West. Sure, the question of selling or storing your harvest is an important one. And Star of the West, with today's technology, can give you the up-to-the-minute information you need to make the right decision, one that certainly affects profits. That's just one reason why you should take your corn, your soybeans, any of your crops to Star of the West. The other is well-trained, experienced, knowledgeable people who are true professionals in agribusiness. Star of the West offers you stability that no other firm in the area can approach. This means that people who are in the same positions year after year get to know your needs better and in general know the business better. Since 1870, Star of the West has been and continues to be the one to trust. Star of the West, keeping the valley growing since 1870. Frankenmuth, Reese, Richville, Gera, and Cass City.
Over to Maple Hill Nursery we go to talk with Chuck Cervinsky. Chuck, hot temperatures, we've got humidity, more humidity on the way, and we're starting to see some of those black spots show up on some of our plants.
Yeah, it's a fungus, black spot is. It particularly affects roses, but it can found on a lot of other ornamental and garden plants, perennials, and it presents the greatest problems when the leaves on the plant stay wet for 6 hours or more, or when you've got hot and humid weather like we've got today. Black spot produces little round black spots with kind of a fringe margin that can be up to about a ½ inch in diameter, and the spots form on the upper sides of the leaves, and the leaf tissue surrounding the spots turns a yellow color, and usually the lower leaves are infected first, and infected leaves will fall off the plant early. It typically can overwinter and fall in leaves and branches, and water splashing on the soil underneath plants can also catapult those spores up onto the plants as well. But a few ways to control it: regular fertilization to plants, that's going to help become stronger and protect them from the disease, and remove any debris in beds in the fall to prevent that black spot from overwintering, and don't compost leaves and branches if you think they're infected. And when you water right now, apply the water directly to the base of the plant rather than spraying it all over the leaves, and that will help as well.
Good advice. If anybody wants more advice or to check out the nursery, how can they get a hold of you?
You can get a hold of us here at the store at 989-835-4708. You can visit our website, www.maplehillmidland.com.
Fantastic. Chuck, you have a great weekend.
And we will talk to you next week.
All right. Chuck Cervinsky with Maple Hill Nursery. Farm Service today brought to you by the Emil Rummel Insurance Agency. At Emil Rummel Insurance, they understand the risks you face as a Michigan farm and agribusiness owner. They also know that each farm's needs vary like the crops in the fields. They know that you're more than a number. They know that you have a family, goals, dreams for your future, and how important these things are to you. They want you to know one-on-one so that they can help get the right farm insurance protection. They want to get to know you one-on-one so that they can help get the right farm insurance protection for you and your family. In Frankenmuth, Saginaw, and Caro, the Emil Rummel Insurance Agency. Time to head over to Stephanie Zelenko with AgroLiquid. Stephanie, how are we doing today?
I am good, thank you.
I'm seeing some green out in the fields. What are you telling farmers?
So I'm actually, doing some crop scouting here in, north of Lansing today, and all this rain has really helped us out. Crops are growing really fast. It's amazing what some warm temperatures and moisture does for a corn crop. I think we went from a couple of inches tall to, almost waist high in some areas. So now's the time we need to start, if you're tissue testing, watching for nutrient deficiencies, do that. Out actively scouting for disease, because as we do have those warmer temperatures and the moisture, we have the opportunity to get to disease to set in. So get out, scout those fields, and look for those things so we can take action early to limit the amount of yield loss we could potentially see.
Fantastic. You said some are already waist high, but you think will be knee high by 4th of July?
We will, I think, even the smallest corn, I think will hit knee high by 4th of July.
All right. More rain looking like it's on the way. Stephanie, thank you very much. You have a good weekend.
You too.
Stephanie Zelenko with AgroLiquid. More coming up.
Check out the all-new LS MT2 Series compact tractors at Nagy's Tractor Sales in Omer. The new and improved MT2 features 25 to 42.5 horsepower engine, hydrostat or shuttle transmission, and four-wheel drive. They have an all-new hood design with larger grille for better cooling, larger tires for improved traction, new LCD dash to give you more information on when service is due, LED headlamps, and larger upgraded platform area to give you ample legroom. The all-new Quick Tack loader has a lift capacity up to 2,500 pounds, and the Quick Tack bucket makes it a snap to switch to bucket or grapple. Nagy's has all the new MT2s in stock, including cab and platform, premium and economy models. The LS MT2 premium cab models features heat and air conditioning, premium suspension seat with armrests, remote hydraulics, third function joystick for grapple operation, and much more. For a limited time at Nagy's, take advantage of 0% financing on all MT2 series tractors up to 96 months. See dealer for details. Stop into Nagy's Tractor Sales just south of Omer today and check out your new LS MT2 series tractor or visit nagystractor.com.
Michigan Ag Today has a report about a company out of Indiana that's doing some interesting things with plant byproducts, specifically having to do with watermelons. We'll turn it over to them for this report.
The new company, which is based in Indiana, is now another step closer to starting production.
The demand for this product is so intense right now that everything that we can make is going to go.
And that's Brian Southern, who co-founded Agro Renew with his wife Katie just last year. On Wednesday, the company is officially breaking ground on its new $83 million facility south of Vincennes in southwestern Indiana. Brian says the customers are already lined up to buy the product as soon as it can be made.
So we'll be testing product first quarter of 2025. So as we're testing the equipment and finalizing our process, that test product, demand for this is so high that our customers that are saying that we'll buy your test product. And by the end of 2025, that facility will be close to production capacity.
Just how did Brian and Katie come up with the idea of converting watermelon waste into bioplastics?
Working with the local farmers, we started to figure out there's a significant amount of watermelon waste. We started to do some experimentation and figured out that there are chemical properties that exist in watermelon that can be used as one of the ingredients that we can actually make a 100% biodegradable plastic. And so my wife, Katie, who's the co-founder, she's a food scientist, so she understands all the chemical properties. And then with my experience in chemical engineering, we were able to work together and come up with biodegradable plastics.
In addition to building a new manufacturing facility, the company will also establish a bioplastics innovation center and hire research scientists to develop new innovations.
We're openly collaborating with other plastics industry companies, scientists across the world, from university, academia, everybody working jointly together on developing new innovation. By having that innovation center right here, right next door, it's going to create some huge opportunities.
Learn more about AgroRenew at their new website, agrorenew.org.
That's some interesting stuff. Converting plant waste to plastic, definitely a topic of conversation that's been out there for quite a while. We'll be back with more after this.
Maximize your sugar content this season with Vive's 3-step fungicide program. First, seamlessly mix and apply Asteroid FC 3.3 in furrow with your starter fertilizer for early season rhizoctonia control. Then follow it up with a foliar spray of Astronaut at the 4 to 8 leaf stage for the ultimate boost to plant health and disease protection. Finally, come back anytime in season from 8 leaf to pre-harvest to apply Vive's new Phobos FC fungicide for enhanced Cercospora spot control. Learn more at www.vivecrop.com/more sugar.
We could try to explain what it feels like to get your work done on a John Deere. The way a Z-Track mower finishes in half the time you thought it would. How easily soil gets moved with a 1 Series tractor. Or how it feels to tow up to 4,000 pounds behind a Gator XUV. But if you really want to know what it's like to run with us, you just have to get in the seat.
Contact one of Tri-County Equipment's locations in Auburn Hills, Bad Axe, Birch Run, Burton, Caro, Fenton, Lapeer, Marlette, Reese, Saginaw, or Sandusky, or visit Tri-County Equipment online at tricountyequipment.com.
As we wrap up today's farm service, just want to say it one more time, a huge congratulations to Terry Henne, 53rd year here at WSGW, 59 years overall in radio. I know that he has a lot of loyal listeners that tune in. He's a pleasure to work with, and he is a fantastic farm broadcaster. We'll be back at 12:30 with an update. For now, we close out our program with the playing of our national anthem.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster Exterior Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW FM, Carlton.